Welcome to another episode of Impact Yobe. This is where we bring you stories about developmental activities of the administration of Mai Mala Buni in Yobe State, the pride of the Sahel. In this episode of the program, we bring you stories about the development of education by the administration, such as the construction of model and mega schools across the state. My name is Mark Otabo. Thank you for joining us.
The Deputy Governor of Yobe State, Idi Barde Gubana, says 5 years of the administration of Governor Mai Mala Buni has brought tremendous progress to the state through execution of legacy projects. Speaking on the achievements of the administration, Gubana explained that projects embarked upon in the past 5 years ranged from the construction of modern markets to township road, mega and model schools, among others.
Your Excellency has prioritized the agriculture sector by providing tractors, fertilizers, improved seeds, insecticides, etc., water pumps, and many more to enhance both the rain-fed agricultural activities and the dry season, which is irrigation scheme in Yobe State. Let's go to education, where you could recall the Excellency declared a state of emergency immediately after being sworn as a governor, and you have seen the changes. Clearly, our WAEC results have significantly shown the improvement in terms of records scored by our students. And this is aligned with the efforts made in terms of the education sector. We have so many model schools where they were built. We have decongested many schools where I could remember in Ali Kimem Public School where we have about 20,000 children in a school. Now they have been depleted into various schools and many more, both in Damaturu, Gashu, and Wuru. And the girl child educations, the former Commissioner of Education, in his wisdom, has created government girls secondary schools almost in most of our local government areas, where the dropout of the girl child is now controlled. The Excellency has received so many awards in the health sector, and he has ensured that out of 178 wards, each must get a functional primary care center, not only by building, but by equipping and having enough staffs in those centers. So far, we have over 140 that are even completed and are now functional, and the remaining 30 or so will equally be finished before the end of this year by God's grace.
The Association of Harmonized Traders, Marketers and other businessmen have visited the Yobe State flour mills in Potiskum. The visit afforded them the opportunity to discuss with the new general manager of the company on how to cement the existing relationship between the marketers and the management of the flour mills. The marketers expressed their opinions on the challenges they have and how they can be addressed for the development of the states. The new general manager assures them that he will do all his best to deliver the mandate entrusted to him by Governor Mai Mala Buni.
Today is my first to engage most of our business people, partners, and investors to discuss how are we going to improve the Yobe flour mill and feed. And we thank God we achieve our need for at least to make a very good progress and development in this. And we had many complaints and our loophole which has been for the past, and we thank God we understand ourselves, and we know that by the grace of God, with their own cooperation, we are going to see that His Excellency Honorable Mai Mala Buni Chiromongojiba, as he appointed me as a GM here, I will deliver what I promised to.
Upon assumption of office in 2019, Governor Mai Mala Buni declared a state of emergency in the education sector. Almost 5 years down the line, Yobe State has witnessed tremendous transformation in the education sector under the Buni administration. Governor Mai Buni constructed mega and model schools across the 3 senatorial zones in the states. Impact Yobe crew visited some of the mega and model schools as well as the government unity school in Damaturu to see some of the transformation in the sector. This is the mega school in Damaturu. The Yobe State government has created a conducive learning and teaching environment for both students and teachers.
We firstly thank God,
All right.
and thank to this government. Since the establishment of this school, we know we as the leaders of the school, we are getting anything we need from government.
Okay.
Especially if you can see at the school, since the building establishment and come and open it, we are getting anything that we need. So, and even people are getting the information of how the school is improving. That is why you can see every time we are on enrollment of getting new students. Because why? The school has almost anything that a school are needing. Especially if you can go around the whole classes. We have no any single class that has no 2 air conditioners. For students to have a conducive environment to listen and understand to their teachers, and for them to get a good time to read and write in their classes. People are coming from many different schools, especially be it private or other government school. As I'm talking to you now, even yesterday we get some new students that came from many different schools, within and outside the Damaturu. We have sufficient or anything that's been improving, especially if in terms of water. You can see children are taking water, drinking water, washing their faces.
Beautiful.
In terms of if you go to our toilet, you cannot see any inadequacy of water. We have sufficient water to use. And also, if you can see, you go to our library. The government provides all needs books that a student can need it to read. And also we have ICT, that is the computer room. Because here in our mega school, government provides a sufficient computer for almost every student that can practice a computer, things from the primary 1, 2, 3, from JS 1, 2, 3, up to the end of the school.
The establishment of the mega schools across the zones opened doors for decongestion. The landscaping of the newly constructed mega school is eye-catching. The government provides teaching materials to teachers to ease their work. According to the vice principal, more teachers were recruited into the mega schools, while core members were deployed to the school to serve.
A citizen is a member of a community or a state. Citizenship by marriage, when you get married from somebody that stays in another country, automatically you being married to that person also makes you a citizen of what? The country.
This core member serving in one of the mega schools shared with Impact Yobe crew our experiences since our deployment to the school.
When we were posted here, actually, the first day we came to report to our place of primary assignment, the environment actually, it was quite nice, and I think even before we started teaching on arrival, the students were actually very welcoming and then friendly. So everything was just okay, and then I felt like it's actually a place to explore new things since I've not taught before. So, and so far so good. It has been going well. As a visitor to the state, I will say he's actually trying a lot. For him to pull up something like this is actually very good. Not just that the building is eye-catchy, but the students are also willing to learn. They are willing to learn, taking corrections. They are trying their best in one way or the other. So I'm going to say he's really trying in the section of academic. I don't know for others actually, but what I've seen so far, he's really trying.
Sets of air conditioners are installed in all the classrooms in the mega schools. At the Government Girls Unity School in Damaturu, Governor Buni is investing hugely in the school, both in the human capacity and development. The principal of the Unity School throws more light on what the government has done and still doing.
First of all, the governor, Maimala Buni, promised the students that he will provide them with a good nutrient in their feeding. That includes chicken and eggs. It's a history actually in not even in Yobe state alone, but the northern state, for a governor to feed his students, with such. Despite the harsh time we are having now, yet the governor is able to feed the students with eggs and chicken. Even last Monday, the student ate the last eggs that was supplied by the state government. Then during the holidays, we had extension, which he spent a lot of money to make sure that SS3 students are given special attention and priority to see that they pass their WAEC with good colors. And in fact, this time around is one of its best, because the students, the teachers, and we the administrators are comfortable during that period. And the extension was done successfully. I must agree and say that, in fact, those that wrote JAM in my school, we have about more than 10 students that got 200 plus in my school. You see, with this extension, actually it helps the students understand why they are in school and what they are doing in school. There are some renovations that is taking place. About 15 classes are under renovation now. Almost 90% has been done. And some hostels also that need duplicated hostels has been renovated, and the students are living comfortable in it. Also, there was a hostel, 5 blocks of hostel that is under construction right now in our school area for the students to feel comfortable.
Access to education in the rural communities is becoming a reality under the Buni administration. From 2023 to date, the Buni administration constructed 19 new schools in rural communities. Some of the students applauded Governor Buni for the transformation in the education sector.
Honestly speaking, we are enjoying this school, especially during extension. We ate favorite dish, and he helped us with mattresses, beds, and so on. We have good relationship with our teachers because they are teaching us very well. And then if we do not understand, we used to ask them and they give us our answer.
Firstly, the thing that makes me happy in my school here, especially this boarding school I am, this governor, His Excellency Honorable Maimala Buni, he's really trying to see that the boarding school students have gained more knowledge. And we are even doing PRIV, that is evening lessons, which the day school students are not doing so. And we have enough water, enough food, and we are well being taken care of. And our teachers are doing their best to see that they teach us what they know.
We really enjoy how we stayed in the school. As our school is unity, students from different states came here, so we learn different things from them. We learn different cultures, different languages. And also in the hostels, our hostels are enough. We have beds and enough water and food to eat. We really say thank you to him. We appreciate his effort, because before there is not all these things, and now our education is more better.
Some of the teachers bear their minds on what the government has done to improve their teaching skills.
So far, the government has organized workshops to train teachers so that teachers can be buoyant in their field. And also in our labs, government have provided things for practical, so that students can be taught on practical, specifically in the science area. There are apparatus that were provided in the physics lab and also chemistry lab, biology lab. So in fact, the government have done something to actually boost our morale in teaching.
We benefit a lot from the Yobe State government as a teacher in terms of training the teachers and improvement of the teacher welfare. Yeah? The government really tried in terms of training the teachers. Most of our teachers have been trained, and then now they can do their work best now. I don't think there is any challenges we are experiencing now. We are not experiencing any challenges. Our lab is well equipped with practical material, and our classes, the government have renovated our classes. There is no conjunction, even in terms of the student hostel. The government has improved the hostel. There is no any challenges now. The government is really trying.
In the education sector, Governor Maimala Buni is immensely changing the narrative by investing massively in basic, secondary and tertiary education for the benefit of the people of the state.
Welcome to the interview segment on Impact Yobe. Today, my guest is Buka Haji Buka. Of course, he's the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education. Good to have you on the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
All right, very quickly, can you take us through briefly on the accessible and affordable basic and secondary education in the state?
Glory be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, the government of Honorable Maimala Buni is off and doing, especially in the educational sector. Education being, especially basic education being the right of every child, actually we are doing good, and from all indications there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because the youths being the future of Nigeria and Yobe State in particular, they are doing good. Right. And we are not actually flaying with anything to do with their education. We take it serious. Yeah.
All right, I understand perfectly that in other northern states, there is some sort of a comparison with having students to pay for either WAEC or NECO exam. But in Yobe State, it's quite different. The state has stepped up to, to handle both exams for the students.
Of course.
I mean, can you take us through that process and how this actually came to be?
Of course, that is what is where we are unique, because once you say you are giving a free education, be it in the media or whatever, in real science, Yobe State government is giving free education. That is, be it from the exams they were to take, from primary school to secondary school. That is the common interest. That is, once your child is in the public school, you are not expected to pay a penny for your child to take his common interest examination. Yobe State government is paying up to the last kobo. So also, when it comes to their final examination of the senior secondary school, which will enable them get admission into our universities and other tertiary institutions, we do, Yobe State government, pay both WAEC and NECO. be it both of them, and NAPTEF and MBIAS inclusive. We do pay the whole. Wow. And I can specifically say by the year 2003, the sum of 592 million were paid for the 2 examinations.
That's in 2023?
2023. Wow. That's also our students who are in NTIC, that is Nigerian Tulip International College. The sum of 585 million were paid for their exams. Wow. So also we have some students studying at GAT College in Abuja. They too were being paid. That is, theirs is amounting to 60 million.
Wow.
I can proudly say that we have over 75% of our students whom get the minimum required entry requirement, the minimum entry requirement to the next level, that is for their university. And currently, that is for the year 2024, the sum of 977 million
wow,
were paid for their exams. And we were hoping, believe me sincerely, we are hoping to get success of nothing less than 85%. They will get the minimum requirement to enable them get admission into our tertiary institutions. By God's grace, inshallah. Yeah.
All right, now, before we go to the establishment of the schools that Yobe State has really, played a giant role, can you take us through the process? Because we understand that there is a general notion that in the northern states, it's very difficult to get students to come and attend schools. It's difficult to convince parents to leave their children to come and study in schools. We know how the insurgency has played a very, very, terrible, dent in that aspect, where students are scared to go to schools now because this is where they abduct them sometimes, the kidnappings happen there. So parents are afraid to let their children go to school. So how has Yobe State been able to fortify that aspect to allay the fears of the parents, to tell them, look, you have to go to school, we, the Yobe State government, we have you covered. So how have your government been able to put this together to make that possible?
Yeah, actually, as you have said, we had a bitter experience.
Absolutely.
We are not afraid to go back to this darkness.
Amen.
As the saying goes, if you think education is expensive, why can't you try ignorance? So I can say, by the last year, 2003, about 9 secondary schools were established. And that shows that our people, the parents and the students and the people who are eager
to come back,
were eager to have both the Western education and the Islamic education.
Beautiful.
So by the year 2003, as I've said earlier, about 9 secondary schools were established.
Brand new?
Brand new secondary schools.
Wow.
So also this year we have established 10 more.
Wow, that's 19 in all.
That's 19 in all. So from the 9 of the last year, we have 8 for girls schools. That shows we want to have the gender disparity we have. We want to, at the end of the day, so that both male and female have the required education, the basic education, that which will, at the end of the day, they are the future.
Okay. That's the 9 for last year.
9 for last
8
year.
for the girls.
8 for the girls.
Okay.
1 for co-education, mind you.
Okay, good.
1 is not for the male only, is for co-education.
Oh, good. Okay.
So among the 9 co-education, we have 1 in Buni for the co-education. Then the 8 were domiciled in Potiskum, Nangere, Damagum, Buniadi. Mind you, the other one is in Bunigari.
Oh, beautiful.
So this one is now in Buniadi. Then we have one in Damatru, Gaidam, Geshwa, and Guru, respectively.
Okay.
For the current year, that is in the 2024, we established, as I've said earlier, we have established about 10 of them. 1 for girls senior secondary school in Damaturu, specifically is domiciled in Pompomari.
Oh, beautiful.
In Damaturu local government. Then the 8 co-education are domiciled in the following areas.
Okay.
That is, we have them one in Damaturu 2, Dakasku, which is in Potiskum local government. Then we have other one in Arikime, still in Potiskum. Then we have in Dumari, which is in Jakusko.
Right.
Then we have Tagali and Bizi. These 2 were in Bade local government.
Wow.
Then we have one in Bayamari, that is in Bursari local government. Then Damagum in Fune, and the senior boys secondary school in Damaturu.
Okay.
But last but not the least, we have them one in Gyalzarma. Then that's making 10 for the current year. Then we have the other 9.
Yeah, for the previous year.
For the previous year.
Okay.
So as you can see, the government, as the saying goes, education, we are Oliver Twist.
Yes.
So
we have to want more.
We need more.
We have to want more.
We have to wait maybe by the year end.
Indeed.
If we see that there is the need to establish more, the government of Maimala is willing.
All right. And that's all we have for you on today's episode on Impact Yobe. Don't forget to join us next week for a fresh edition of the program. My name is Mark Otabo. See you next time.